They're very bright. This piece of rock and Sprite is taking up my sight. I got an appetite for getting money, flashing lights. Good company from bad women, and it just get me hype. Man, this shit so live. Hoping that nigga G don't fight these shit, don't kill my vibe. I think it's time. Ain't no standing on the wall, bitch, they're going down. Put some cash up on that bar, let's get another round. They checking in. Yeah, they checking in. She over here trying to pop his hip, but she telling you she a lesbian. And the way the dance, boy, I bet that this nigga's an equestrian. Just think about it, make me rub my chin. Hold up, two more cups in this and I'm gone. Baby girl faded on that Patron. If she look right, I won't think twice. Have her doing splits while she moan. 6619, the land that I roam. But that gunshine is my home. BOTC, I'm rocking with Hard Times, Mr. Live Sosa and Zone.
She only with real, give you Swiss sweet, roll it up, but that don't make you real. I'm bobbing in this shit tonight. Well, she bobbing in this club tonight. Them shooters on the roof, my young's against got swag, my young's against got racks, ayy. We bobbing in this shit tonight. Turn up 100 bands and she twerking right. Party of the century. It's gonna be the party of the century. It's gonna be the party of the century. And you gon' need some money to keep up with me. Hip with me, say, all my niggas get out bands. All get knockers is faded. All get knockers got bands. All get knockers is faded. One for the money, two for the show. Three, she got that. Four, she twerking on the floor, we get faded.
Yo,
What
yo.
up? This is Bullyville
You jamming on the one.
Ones
with
and
Chibully
twos.
on my DJ's radio.
Yo. Shout out to the Boom League right there.
Do you?
That's my boy Jay White. Welcome
Hey,
to
girl.
another episode of Bullyville Radio Show live on mydjsradio.com. I got a special guest in the building. She been hiding from me, actually. You know what I mean? But she finally made her way in the studio. My homegirl, KB the Realest, one of the dopest DJs out here, man, in Northern County, should I say, not Northern California, because we obviously in Southern California. Sunny Southern California, that is. But how you doing?
What's going on? I'm good, man.
Nothing much, man. Just joined another show. Got some pretty interesting topics, and I'm eager to see your take on them, you know, as a
That's what's
hip-hop
up.
artist yourself. So, what bring you in the studio today?
Man, chilling. I mean, we're kicking off something new for the city. So hopefully, when that gets kicked off, we get a little bit more of a vibe out here as far as the music industry goes.
That's what's up. So, tell the people what you do, man. You kind of a double, triple threat out there. You know what I mean? You got some pretty superior talents.
Well, it's kind of funny because I started off singing when I was little, country, which is very, very random. People wouldn't see that as much of a hip hop head as I am now, but I started singing. I was dancing back in high school, and then I got into writing music and rapping, and then DJing as well once I turned 15. So it's been about 10 years of just nonstop, you know, DJing, parties, bigger events, and it's really escalated over the last couple years. Once I got more into the music scene, and you know, it's picked up a lot, and my name's pretty much all over San Diego now. So yeah, we making moves.
That's what's up, man. Well, it's definitely, I definitely see you.
Thank you.
I had the pleasure of listening to your mixtape, and I must say, obviously as a hip hop, you know, a hip hop connoisseur, that's what I call myself. It's always good to see people who go to the extreme to bring the foundation of hip hop back. You know what I mean? And I remember when clearly from the intro, from the very beginning of the mixtape, you know what I mean? I was like, okay, I already know I'm gonna love this mixtape because of the fact that, you know, you chose some of the dopest, you know, 90s themes and some of my favorite personal records to remix and things like that. So why don't you give the people a little bit of insight on how that came about?
Well, check it out. I mean, it was just an idea back in the day because I was like, I was with my girl Caitlin Cone, and we were sitting there, and I was like, look, I want to do something that nobody else is doing out here, and I want it to stand out. I don't want it to be the same old I don't want it to be the same old type of thing that everybody else is doing. You know, they're getting into the new hip hop, the trap stuff. I wanted to switch it up and take it back. And in the meantime, I had ran into 50 Rock Entertainment DJ Grim Reaper. He's out of Detroit, but he's got experience as far as from Detroit to New York, all the way from the East Coast, all the way back over here to San Diego. And he knows his music like to the T. So teamed up with him, he became my tour DJ, and I brought the idea up with him, wanted to do a 90s mixtape with all 90s beats because nobody else was doing that out here. So Caitlin and me and him got together. We did the photo shoot actually last November, as for November 2014, and then 2015 came around, and we just picked out a bunch of different 90s tracks, and I was working on lyrics. And the funny thing is, Grim was kind of listening in on it. I had to spit it to him. If he didn't like the lyrics or the content or the concepts that were in the songs, he'd tell me to rewrite the whole thing. And I swear,
shout out to DJ Grim, because that's me right there.
and that's what's funny is because the first track, not the intro, but the first track was Scenario, the 92 remix. And he had me rewrite that 3 times, and it ended up being like his favorite one on the whole mixtape. He threw that on track 1. But I mean, it was fun, the whole process of making it, and then the recording side, and then the cover art was actually done by one of the other DJ Harms for 50 Rock Entertainment, and everything came together really, really nicely, and then we launched that off in 2015, October 2015. So
Dope.
Yeah, it was fun.
Dope. Yeah, it was a dope project. Definitely. Actually, what I'm gonna do is because I heard it in October, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go listen to it again. Get that replay because it has replay value. A lot of the projects that I listen to don't have replay value. I mean, you're just being honest, but something like that is timeless because it has the foundation, the feel of.
That's the thing about a lot of those songs. Like you could play them. This, like you said, it's timeless.
Yeah, it's just timeless music. And I think you chose the right songs. You chose the right beats that fit. That fit. I don't think that none of the beats were overwhelming to you. I mean, it seemed like you attacked them all pretty vigorously. So whether it was smooth or whether it was coming hard or. You definitely showcased. And I could see that there was a lot of effort put into.
Yeah, I tried to when I was writing to him. I tried to because I wasn't raised on 90s hip hop. I was raised on country until the early 2000s, and then I got into hip hop when it was like Ludacris and Chingy and the Game came out, and that's when I started getting more into hip hop. I knew about Tupac, not so much Biggie, but. Grim took me back and was like, all right, look, I'm going to give you this beat. Like, I didn't know Quiet Storm by Mobb Deep. I didn't know too much about, Hip Hop Hooray. Like some of the songs on there I never even heard. Right. But he's like, I'm going to test your skills. I'm going to give you this song, and this song. But, you got to come up with your own concepts of it. And I actually had to listen to the originals and bump them in my car and get used to listen to them and knowing the lyrics on most of those songs, and then I went with the same style and delivery of those songs, and I wrote my own.
Right.
So that's kind of like the I think one of the funnest ones was the Snoop Dogg and Dre song. We did G Thing, and we even dropped in some of the sounds from the original into the song. Yeah. So it was a fun mixtape. Like I'm really glad that I teamed up with Grim to work on it because he's like one of the most insane DJs out here in San Diego.
Yeah, I see him working, man. I see him definitely all over, man. I think he did a couple fights in Vegas and a bunch of other things. So I haven't personally worked with him, but I'm definitely gonna reach out, man, because it seemed like he got that ear for what hip hop needs for sure.
That's all he does. He's like music, hip hop. Just he's a genius when it comes to that stuff.
That's what's up. Well. Check this out, man. While you here, I'm definitely gonna take advantage of giving you some shine and some promo. You are officially nominated as one of 2016's, freshman of the year. And I had the pleasure last year of interviewing the top 10 freshmen last year, and I'm looking forward to doing it again. It's, whoever it may be. So why don't you give us a little bit of take on that, how you feel about that, and then obviously we got some listeners out there, so tell them why they should vote for you. Because I mean, I try to get my votes. I try to spread them around. I love everybody. You know what I mean? But tell people why they should vote for KB for 2016 freshman.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't really look at it that way, but I had someone look at me like, freshman.
Yeah.
Why would you be a freshman? Like, you've been doing this for years.
I know that
I got
title.
3 projects out. I got my EP, KB the Realest EP, as well as the Feeling Files mixtape and the 90s Dope mixtape. And then we got a few music videos up on YouTube as well. I mean, as far as that contest go, I don't even know if there's as far as recognition, I'm not sure. Like, people ask me, what do you win if you end up? I have no idea, honestly.
I can tell you what you win. You get because I'm one of the sponsors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know you get you 10 come up with a mixtape collectively, 1 song a piece that's featured on livemixtapes.com. You get a video directed by obviously Yellow One.
Okay,
Obviously
I've seen his work. I like his work. Yeah.
Obviously industry level producer. You also obviously get to participate in a cipher, just like the BET cipher type style.
Yeah, I seen the videos.
So it's basically just, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where
basic exposure.
It's just
type
trying
deal.
to put San Diego on the map. It's nothing more than just like you said, just a little bit of recognition, man. I think it's a definite way to get people talking. Some people not gonna like it. Some people, it's kind of like the top 25 list. Somebody's
I know. I've seen.
A couple people not gonna like it. Some people are gonna support it. It's just gonna have its due. But all publicity is good publicity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And,
I mean, exposure is exposure to me.
Exactly.
And at first, I'm like, this is another little popularity contest.
Yeah.
I don't really
Well,
mind
it
whether
might
I
be.
end up in it or not. I mean, I'm part
But
of it.
if you win,
I'm gonna push it a little. Every day I'll kind of remind people you can vote daily.
cool.
But
That's what's up.
yeah.
Well,
doing my
what we
thing.
about to do right now is we about to get into one of the 2015 top 10 freshman records, and then you happen to know this guy. He also is has teamed up with my boy ATO Worldwide. So when we come back from the music break, what we're going to be talking about is 8 things that kill music careers. All right, and I want to get your opinion on them. You know what I mean, and you can add to anything that I may bring up. But we're going to be talking about 8 things that kill independent artists. Doesn't matter what genre, independent artists in general, and giving them tips on how to effectively get their music out there without annoying people. So right now, shout out to my homegirl KB the Realest, man. I appreciate you coming through. This next joint though, right here, this is my man ATO Worldwide, featuring one of the most prolific artists I've heard since coming to San Diego, my homie Graham, 2 M's, Harmony House Entertainment, BST in the building, mydjsradio.com. How's that? Not too bad, right?
ATO Worldwide.
Ooh, I shoulda knew that you was gonna be trouble from the get-go. But you know how that go. Caught up on her, but you a pimp though. Cause she bad like Rihanna, thick in the hips and that like a mama. She ride or die, stay down like a comma. Work hard for the money, but twist.
I ain't never seen your model, where they make you at? Come mess with me, I'm ATO, I'm like the perfect match. I mean, this girl's super bad, have you seen her? She acting like a white girl, but her name's Shanika. I mean, I'm liable, see the plans are advisable. Get you inside of the whip that's drivable, so delightful. I'm knowing what I like, and I like the fact it's reliable. You better than a motherfucker for fire. Hold up, do it for it. From the Virgin Islands, the only reason you in my face cause the shit driving. I know you trying to get big, I hear your cooter growling. You do anything for the fame, hear your cooter growling. Do it for from the Virgin Islands. Everything fitted, they like the way I'ma spit it. I'm customizing my customs, I'm so accustomed to. If you like how I'ma get it, I admitted it, she got me tripping. Hold up.
Ooh, I shoulda knew that you was gonna be trouble from the get-go. But you know how that go. Caught up on her, but you a pimp though. Cause she bad like Rihanna, thick in the hips and that like a mama. She ride or die, stay down like a drama. Work hard for the money, but twist. Hey, Pretty in the face, thick up in the waist. I'm known to kill them, but I beat the case. I love to smack the tushy, make it do the wave. And I'm all up on your box like it's moving that. Hey, you better give me that. Beautiful women from white girls to mocha. Could with a cocoa that's mixed with some okra. Put paper in pockets, if not, I don't know ya. Hey, do it for a O-side. Your body is the truth, and I'm no liar. You came in with your crew, but the roof's tired. Put your legs to the roof, sing like the whole choir. Hey, do it for a O-side. You bad like an F, but she smoke fire. She mad at her ex cause he was no fighter. But she down like 4 flats on 4 tires. Ooh, I shoulda knew that you was gonna be trouble from the get-go. But you know how to go. Caught up on her, but you a pimp though. Cause she bad like Rihanna. Thick in the hips and that looks like a mama. She gotta die, stay down like a comma. Work hard for the money, but twist.
Yo, shout out to my boy ATO Worldwide. My man Graham in the building. That joint was called Bad. Make sure you look out for that record, man. They, from what I hear, about to shoot a crazy video to it. You know what I mean? So it's about to be all over the place. Make sure you support your independent artists. I'm your host, Shy Bully, man. You listening to the Bullyville radio show live on mydjsradio.com, where we play exclusive music from some of your favorite mainstream artists, as well as some of the dopest independent artists on the planet. The only place where you can get to hear some of your music and some of your favorite mainstream artists all in the same shake. That way you guys can start seeing exactly what your music sounds like next to some of the biggest competitors out there. So make sure when you're sending those records, make sure they mix, make sure they master, make sure their sound quality is up, because we'll be able to tell. Speaking of independent artists, you know, I got some I've been getting a lot of topics. You know, people been hitting me up about things to talk to or questions that they have in regard to the music industry. And you know, I found this dope article on Complex that I was, you know, just so happened to be reading. And I usually skip past these things because they all seem to be whiny and, you know, all about the same thing, or some bitter rapper who never made it or something like that who put out some advice. But, you know, this article actually has some pretty key points. So I'm going to be breaking down over the next, you know, 20 minutes, basically 8 things to stay away from, you know, when putting your music out there. And the first thing is spamming. All right. Now, I know we've talked about spamming a whole lot on the Bullyville radio shows, because obviously it's one of the things that I cannot stand. You know what I mean? I cannot stand it, not because I'm an artist myself. It has nothing to do with me being an artist or anything, or any in a position like music related at all. It's actually me being a regular person and just not wanting to be force-fed music. I mean, if you imagine, I don't know how many people out there got children or raised children or nieces and nephews or whatever the case may be, but just imagine you babysitting or whatever, or you got your child and your child is full, right? They've had they whatever serving they've had, they're full, and you're not knowing that they're full because you're not communicating with them, and then you try to force feed them, you know, some more applesauce or whatever the case may be, you know, baby food or whatever you feeding them, milk, you know what I mean, or whatever, you know. But and then they start to throw up, you know what I mean. They start to regurgitate because they're already consumed, you know, as much food as they can possibly take. That's the feeling that I get when I get overwhelmed with, you know, independent artists that force music down our throats. You don't want to force feed anybody that's not willing to eat, you know. And, you know, if you think about this in you know, in that sense, you know, hip hop is sort of like an emotional food. It's like some things people go to get full, you know, on substance, or some people on turn up or whatever their preference may be. But they go there for a specific reason, and if you're force feeding it to them, it draws them away. It just draws them away. So, nobody, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you know anybody, but nobody in life has ever made it off spamming. Like, nobody. I can't think of one success story where somebody was spammed their music on a Twitter feed or whatever the case may be, and then some big wig was like, yo, we're going to sign you, bro. Like, because you're bothering us with, 24/7. Like, no. So, KB, why don't you give your take on that? I mean, do you agree or disagree, first of all? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I understand as a promoter and as a DJ, you know what I'm saying, you have responsibilities to push your product. So, you know what I mean? But what do you, as far as your ideal or definition of spamming, do you think it's smart for artists to, tag 100 people, 100 random people, and, put their Twitter links or music link in everybody's comments, things like that?
Look, man, I'm going to tell you from experience, like, even as a DJ, if I get tagged and stuff, normally I hide it from my timeline. I don't even pay any attention. Or I remove the tag. I do watch, like, I watch my wall to see, like, who's posting stuff on my. If they support my music, I support theirs back. Right. I've always been, that level of humbleness and respect. As far as the people that just spam me and inbox me with their songs and just bug and don't even, like, talk to me, you ain't gonna get no attention from me. Sorry. Exactly. Some people may inbox me, ask me how I'm doing, and then ask because they see that I'm a DJ, ask me to spin their song, and I'm gonna ask for the correct stuff. I like the DJ intro, DJ pack. If you got a video, I spin videos at the bars and the clubs that I do play at. I'm gonna ask for the video, and if they got that and they're set up and they're good to go, then I'm gonna play them. Dope. Like the last couple months ago, or no, last month. It was Christmas time, and we got Truth. She got the song Mistletoe or Kiss Under the Mistletoe. She had the video up on YouTube. I got that. She even sent me a DJ pack for the boyfriend song, record, Truth and Hada. Okay. And I got that, and so I played her drop, introducing DJ KB. And then I played the Mistletoe song, and people at the bar was loving it because they knew that I knew her personally. Right. So they were paying attention. They were watching the song, and it was cute. So, dope.
So personal connections, man, that's what it's all about. Like, if you're going to put your music out there, you got to at least, drops. You know what I mean? Provide if it's a DJ you give it to, give them something that they can use in the future. You know what I mean? What if they like the beat so much? A DJ pack includes, an instrumental that they could just spin, chop up, one of your beats. You know what I mean? In the club.
I'm gonna say that as far as the DJ side, you guys include a drop. That's even more personable. Yeah. I'm gonna use your drop more often now, at least once every time I DJ, along with a song of yours, because I'm not gonna play your drop with someone else's song. Right. So that's gonna influence me to play your song more. And if you have a DJ pack with the intro, that helps out as well too, because we like to play the intro in the background when we hit your drop. Right. You introduce yourself and maybe even your song, and your song's playing. Dope. So it helps.
Dope. So so independent artists out there, man, just know that annoyance is the number one word that I hear from a lot of A&Rs, a lot of industry reps. I've been to a lot of seminars. I've sat down with a lot of celebrities and a lot of people in higher positions, and each one of them use the word annoyance. I think annoyed is the biggest word that I've heard coming out of the people. So you guys aren't getting anywhere when you do that. I'm just letting you know. I mean, you think it's grinding because, and then I see people saying, well, if you don't like it, delete me. And people will just delete you. Like, they don't really, there's no love.
If you got some real hip-hop heads on your page, and they admire your work, they're going to follow you. You ain't got to shove it down the throat.
Exactly, because that's how I am. I mean, I don't know. You didn't ask me to listen to your project at all. You know what I mean? I didn't get a personally.
I'll share it every day.
Yeah, I seen it come out. I was intrigued because I never heard a full project from you. I heard you kill a set at the Artist Appreciation Show, and I was like, man, she dope. You know what I mean? I would love, you know what I mean? So when your project came out, I wanted to hear you on wax, so I listened to it, you know what I mean, to get a sense of who you were as an artist. And that's what I do, is that I, like, people blossom on me. All the people that I like, Graham, ATO, all these people I stumbled across. I didn't like, you know what I mean? They didn't come to me and be like, you know what I mean? We built personal relationships. So, you know, so that's about, you know, that's the number one thing. That's the most irritable thing when it comes to the 8 things that an artist shouldn't do with music. The second one we're going to talk about before we take another music break is one of the biggest things that industry reps are noticing is buying fake followers. Now I see, I laugh at this because of the fact that it's so noticeable that it's like, you know, why even do it? Because like, let's say you regular, you know, and I always, you know, I named my radio MC Doodoo Face. That's my imaginary MC. His name is MC Doodoo Face. So you as MC Doodoo Face, you go out and you buy 15,000, 20,000 Twitter followers or YouTube views or whatever the case may be, all of it, the whole wapty bam, and then you see like 4 people
downloaded the mixtape.
Yeah, maybe commented or downloaded, and it's like, man, you got 20,000 followers, you know, organically. Why isn't more people engaging in your conversation? And it's because clearly you bought those followers, man. So I know that, you know, the industry pushes numbers, digital numbers. So a lot of artists, you know, they try to fake the funk, and, you know, the pressure of keeping up with that, you know, viral fame is huge. But I'm telling you, gaining your fan base 1 fan at a time is way more beneficial than buying 20,000 followers and then having people see that you're a fraud and then give up on you before they even have a chance to listen to your music. Because what if you're dope? What if you're super dope, you got the talent, you got the drive, but you're so caught up in the life that you try to rush it or take a shortcut, and now you've just destroyed your chance because, you know, you've, you know, bought fake followers. So, I mean, you got anything to add before we go? You know what I mean? I mean, it's just a no-no. I mean, it's just no reason for it. I mean, you know, from personal experience, you know, I've watched my brand grow. I've watched my brand grow every day, and, you know, I sort of kind of be wanting, like, there's some homies in Team Backpack that got a way bigger following than I got, and I be wanting it, you know what I mean? But it's like, nope, I got to do something dope in order to, you know what I mean? In order to get those following, I got to do something dope. I got to have a dope cipher. I got to do a dope project. And I like actually being able to engage with the people that are on my page, you know what I'm saying? So if it takes me 10 years to get 20K, I'm gonna embrace every one.
You did get a really good buzz off of that one cipher, though.
I know.
One man cipher. That
the
video
one-man,
was.
That's because I had just won the Team Backpack competition, and a lot of
they were sharing
new
like
people
crazy
didn't
too.
know they didn't. I didn't have everything was from Bullyville, and that was kind of personal. So I wanted to give some new material that somebody could just listen to that were just bars. You know what I mean? And it kind of took off, you know. No, that's a no. Buying fake followers is definitely a super no. But you listening to the Bullyville radio, man. Shout out to everybody out there tuned in. My homegirl KB told me my boy Will King is tuned in. Shout out to you out there in San Francisco, man. I know you're doing your thing. Appreciate you listening in, man. You know I'm going to take care of you later on in the show. Right now, man, I'm going to play some two records back to back. One that KB previously mentioned, Silhouette featuring Truth. All right, this joint is called Boyfriend. And then why don't you introduce your record that we're going to be playing exclusively? Ooh. You know what I'm saying? Right after this, you know, tell them what that is.
Okay. All right.
So what I'm gonna do is let's play Boyfriend first, and then, you know, I'm gonna bring you in and let you formally introduce the track.
All right.
You know what I mean? And then we'll get, you know, I'll give my thoughts on it, obviously. And then you tell me how the track came about, because it was inspired by something, right? If I'm not mistaken, it was inspired.
I was searching for beats. Obviously came across Basshead, one of the dopest producers out here in San Diego, obviously. That's your boy, right? That's your boy.
Yes,
and
sir.
I just actually, you know what's funny is I kept getting drawn back to his beats because it's always something different and something new, and the bass lines are just crazy. So I came across this, and he had like he had a hook on it already. It was a sample, and I just fell in love with it. I was like, I need that beat, and it had inspired me to write, you know, a very inspiring song.
Cool.
So
Cool. Well, we're going to check that out, man. Right after this, we got Silhouette, a.k.a. Hotta, featuring the lovely songstress Truth. Check it out right here, man. Boyfriend, right here on the Bullyville radio show.
I'm looking for a boyfriend. Yeah. I'm looking for a boyfriend. Yeah. Silhouette. I'm looking for a boyfriend.
What's up, girl? You looking so pretty. Trying to catch you a man today.
This is for my ladies on the prowl. So fresh, so somebody wipe me down. Stiletto swag on, about to paint the town. Turned up, then never turned down. See, understand, I don't need a man. I love who I am when I'm solo. But it's kinda nice if I miss the right mic. Find tonight, I'm like YOLO. And he be 6'3", master's degree straight from Vallejo. Or even be an MC just like me from the west side of Chicago. Yeah, them the type of boys that can get it. Haven't met them yet, but today I'm feeling optimistic. Gotta be a go-getter on this hustle about his business. If you wanna kick it with me, now could it be him or could it be you? Boyfriend number one or boyfriend number two? Ha ha, I ain't pimping, I'm accepting applications. Ha ha, holla at me if you need some job placement. Going downtown, don't find me a winner. Know what it takes, ain't be no beginner. Don't find me a boyfriend tonight. You gotta be fly, ain't be no bum. Treat me like a queen, cause you know I'm the one. Don't find me a boyfriend tonight. Met Lil Daddy in the club, asked me what was in my cup. Told him don't worry about it, unless you're trying to fill it back up. I don't be playing, I come straight, no chase, just saying. Don't want a player, baby, I need the coach that can run me the plan, get us the most. Score! Loyalty is a must, conversation is number one. If you can't express how you feel, then I'm the wrong chick, yeah, I gotta keep it real. You know they call me the truth, they say it hurts, so I need a strong dude. And once you get this potion, you won't know what to do, baby, I'm not joking. Going downtown, don't find me a winner. Know what it takes, ain't be no beginner. Don't find me a boyfriend tonight. You gotta be fly, ain't be no bum. Treat me like a queen, cause you know I'm the one. Don't find me a boyfriend tonight. I need some TLC, but I don't want no scrub. If that's you not the one for me, you get no love. Size them up when they approach me, check them out from head to toe. If he ain't fresh as me, I'm sorry, boo, I'm about to go.
Where y'all headed?
To a show, wanna know if he can roll. See, cause the way my day is set up, nigga, now. We too fly on this west side, so deep we need two rides. But if boo ride and his shoes tied, my next question is what you ride. We who ride, but say ladylike. If you wanna know what this lady like, then won't you be my boyfriend tonight? We can sit courtside with Beyonce, have a big wedding like Kim Ye. Stay together, getting paper, make it last like Bill and Jada. Make this thing public or just lay low. Asking how we got together, hashtag Bling Delano. We can make this thing public or just lay low. Asking how we got together,
Hashtag Bling Delano.
could it be him or could it be you? Boyfriend number one or boyfriend number two? Could it be him or could it be you? Boyfriend number one or boyfriend number two? Going downtown, don't find me a winner. Know what it takes, ain't be no beginner. Don't find me a boyfriend tonight. You gotta be fly, ain't be no bum. Treat me like a queen, cause you know I'm the one. Or could it don't find me a boyfriend tonight?
Yo, 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 that was my lovely, beautiful, darling angel of a wife, Silhouette, a.k.a. Hotta, for anybody who didn't know that. And my little sister, Truth, man, one of them, you know, her voice has, it just continues to grow, man. I remember the first time I heard her and she sent me some records. And she was like, bro, what you think? And I'm like, man, you got this real churchy type of voice, you know. I could definitely hear it in church, man. But she's evolved into one of the most, you know, and she's a double threat because she can flow, too. Like, a lot of people don't know that she can rap. Like, she can actually.
I think when I first met her, she was rapping, and then I found out she was a singer, but I always like pay attention when people sing, like as far as R&B singers.
Oh yeah,
I always grabs my
as a
attention
rapper,
more.
man, you need. I'm telling you, man, if your record guy, you got a clean, dope R&B track or like some type of R&B feel on your track. That's why like the Bryson Tillers and Tory Lanez. That's why they so successful. And Drake, you know what I mean? They all successful, man, because You know, that R&B wave is just nice. And actually, I prefer, people don't know this, but I actually prefer R&B over rap, like listening wise, because it's usually most of the time, not all the time, but it's most of the time more substance in the R&B, and it's like soothing. You know, like when you go to the gym and I try to put on some, 2 Chainz, I might try to kill myself. You know what I mean, lifting and keeping up with that heart rate. But you put some Bryson Tiller or some August Alsina or something. Slow
Some
down,
throwback R&B,
or
some
if I do
90s.
that, it'll relax your muscles to be able, where you're able to do more. But before we get into your record, this record is called Tonight, right? Before we get into the record, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over. We're gonna go over another issue while I'm pulling it up, and we're gonna talk about that. Get your opinion in there. Right after that, we got a special exclusive release from KB, the Realest. So stay tuned for that. All right. So. Now, some of these things, the crazy part is that as I was going through this list, I started to check, as an artist myself, I have to check off things that I do. Like if it's something in here that I don't have or that, I try to check it off. And one of the things that stood out to me is this one right here, is no website. All right. One of the only things, it is crazy because, I didn't really realize the value of a website, your own website, because I had such a decent social media following. And it was like, I don't need no website, you know what I mean? I got Twitter followers, I got, all these, my Instagram page and all that, Snapchat, whatever. And, as I, got into the kind of, I guess, the semi-pro league, I guess you can call it, and I started to being looked at by, like, labels, and then it was like, yo, what's your website link, or whatever that case may be, and I'd be like, oh, I got my Twitter.
Find me on Twitter.
I got my Facebook page, and they like, no, we don't need all them links. We just want one link to
that
be able to know.
Connects you to
You know
every single
yeah.
one.
So no website is a killer, man. And out of the 8 things on the list, this is one of the things I took to heart. I actually bought my domain name like last year, but because I'm a web developer my own self, I've been hesitating because like I said, I'm surgical. And it's like I need to just go ahead and pay somebody else to do it, because if I keep on trying to do it,
mess with it.
I'm going to mess with it for years until it's perfect, and I ain't going to never have a website. So artists, it is essential to have a website, because even as a designer, I hate designing with all text. Like, I hate it with a passion. Like, if you give me 16 links, that's the whole flyer right there. Like, because you're going to want people to see it. You're going to want people to see it. I can't make it small. You're going to make them want to see it. So now I got to put your Reverb link, your SoundCloud link.
And each of those links got like 10 million letters.
Especially if your name long. Yeah, like if you got one of them long names, like, I mean, come on, man. Like, just get a website, mcdoodleface.com. You know what I'm saying? And boom, you in there. You can find your shows there. You can blog users there. You can put your music for sale there. You can put up a clothing store. If you got merchandise, you can sell merchandise. You can do all that, man. You don't need Reverb. You don't need SoundCloud. I mean, SoundCloud, if you want to just put some, like, I put my free verses out there, like all the little ciphers and stuff I do off, any industry beats or just loose beats. I put those out there, but no website is a huge killer. So make sure that you invest in a website, man. They even got Wix.com. I think you can get it for free, or like some small.
I got mine through that one.
Yeah, Wix.
Mine's through Wix.
Yeah, Wix.com. I was thinking, and then GoDaddy, I think, will do some for you.
I used to have my old website back in the day. My DJ, when I first started DJing,
was
on
GoDaddy. See, I
GoDaddy.
bought my domain name through GoDaddy, so but I haven't done nothing else. Like, if you go to Chibully.com, it's just, I bought the domain name. There's nothing but I need to, I was planning on designing it, so I'm thinking about getting that. Yeah, I need to get that done, man, because like I said, I learned how important it was, immediately after winning Team Backpacking, and they always like, where can I find you on, what's your website and all this, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have no website.
That's still under construction.
Yeah, exactly. The fourth thing is not creating an email list. All right. Obviously, they get more and more reasonable as this list goes on. These are not as important. But having an email list is important, and not just a random email list, like people who want to be there. So when you go out and you perform, and you go to a club and you might see promoters passing out a clipboard to put your name and maybe you win a free bottle. You know what I
Yep.
mean? For people who put their email address on there. So a lot of people change their number. They change their address. They change location. You know what I mean? This is a transplant city, so a lot of them are military or military brats, you know what I'm saying, who not in the same spot all the time. But few people change their email address. So if you get email address and, keep it, keep newsletters in there, or if you got a new project or a single dropping or whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? That's one of the things that they say if you don't have, you know what I mean, you're losing because people check their emails a little regularly, and it's not spam because those people asked to be there. You know what I mean? They asked to be there. So creating an email list. I myself have an email list, but the crazy part is I have more of an email list for the, I guess, radio personality side than I do music. I need to create that.
This is business.
Yeah, I got it more for business, like more for my, my designs and all that. But do you work with email lists? I mean, I ain't never.
I mean, as far as I'm been kind of experimenting with different things, and not exactly an email list, but I did create I actually have a couple Facebook pages, and for whoever wants to follow a specific side of me, as far as artist side or DJ side, I created the page to, narrow it down. And if I got something special or important coming up, I'll log into that page and share it. And the people that actually are interested in following me will see it because it's more of a crowd of people that are following. Right. They're more interested in seeing what I have coming up, so they're going to pay attention to that page. But it's not like I blast everything to that page constantly every day, all day. I just log in once in a while and I'll share something, and then everybody be able to see it.
Dope. Well, I definitely, I got the exclusive track downloaded. So, why don't you give us a little bit of a segue, I guess you could say, while I drop it into my playlist. Boom. Why don't you let the people know what inspired you to write the record? You know what I mean? Besides, you said Basshead Beat, it was there, but how did you come up with what made you just come up with the concept?
So the song is labeled Tonight, hence the hook. That was actually the name of the beat when it was sent to me. But
I love those.
But see, the thing is, this song pretty much it came off as inspirational to me, and what I'm speaking about is when I was 16, I lost my friend to suicide, and the last phone call I received from him, I'll never forget. His voice on the phone, asking me for my album or a CD, because he was, the last time I seen him or heard from him, he was going back to his hometown of San Antonio to go and hang out with his friends, and he wanted to share my music. And I told him, when I do drop my first album, you're going to be the first one with the copy, I promise. But, I don't have anything right now for you to take. And he was like, oh, all right, cool. So come to find out, a month later, he's back from San Antonio, and he's missing. And that's when I found out the news. And so, like I mentioned, that voice, it ain't always by choice. Life ain't always by choice. It gets crazy, but like, he took his own life, but it turns around and it's more inspirational. I'm talking about some of my hardships growing up, and then I'm talking about where we at now, and that there's no quitting. We got to keep pushing forward through the storm.
Dope. Well,
so, go ahead and check it out.
Check this out, man. This will be my first time listening to it.
This is actually an exclusive.
This is super exclusive.
Yes,
and
nobody has heard it. Nobody has heard this track.
Privileged to be the person.
Shout out to Basshead.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the pop. You already know, man. I'm pretty sure he out there listening. Shout out to my boy Basshead, man. He's an incredible producer. He's got some hits with some of San Diego's, and not just San Diego, but just some people in general, man. So, be on the lookout for him, man. He's definitely on the rise. We about to get into it right now. Bullyville Radio Show tonight. KB the Realest right here, mydjsradio.com.
KB, 100.
it ain't always my choice. And life ain't nice. You open your eyes, there's noise, oh boy. Wish you could take it back. Knowing you didn't want that, didn't want any more pain, didn't want all of us falling off track. Buy lemonade and thought you would stop it. Though peace was all you wanted. Taking advantage of chances and actions when you didn't realize you're overreacting. The next thing you know, you're the cause of the madness. The sadness, the reason I stepped up and wrote. Missing you daily, can't face the fact that phone call ended up being the last time we spoke. And I didn't see it coming. Said you were going home. Wanted my CD so you could take it and show all of your friends back in San Antonio. And that's all you were asking. Never since I regret it. Now I'm wrapping up the album. Hope you love what you're hearing. Hey. All the world is waiting. So can I sing to you? Let me sing to you. Hey. Come on. Yeah. Can I sing to you? Hey. Dang, that voice. I know it ain't always by choice. And life ain't nice. You open your eyes, there's noise, oh boy. All of the questions, all of the stress. And don't wanna talk, I don't wanna hear it. Leave it alone and take a nice spirit. Get out my ear and get out of my business. I'm trying to advance in this lifetime. Hold up, trying to make moves at the right time. Hold up, know what, forget it. I wanna know what they asking. What's the purpose of my passion? Am I just trying to live lavish? Good, but I'm overreacting. Acting, never. I'm too underrated. Just listen to city debating. They're hating it. All that I'm saying is to be patient. Learn from Father Time, Mother Nature. Even better, cause when I switch the weather up, just don't forget to bring a sweater. And it better rep the team. Else you can't sit with us. And I ain't here to cut you down. I'm actually here to lift you up. Come on. Life gets tough, I understand. All you gotta do is give me a call though. I'm right here. Hey. It gets so complicated, eh? I know. Come on. Dang, that voice. I know it ain't always by choice. And life ain't nice. You open your eyes, there's noise, oh boy. Considering the circumstances. Last time I wrecked, I could have been gone. They was there when I ain't had nothing. Still gonna be there when I get put on. That team strong, this my word. Anytime you need someone to call on. When I didn't stand for nothing, they was there for me to fall on. And we gon' ball on, let's get it. You only get one life, so let's live it. You only get one chance, so let's get it right. You ain't got no time to regret it. Can I tell you something? Let me tell you one thing. They call this a dream, but how am I dreaming if I'm always working and I hardly get any sleep? They ain't gon' stop me. Too busy sleeping on me. If you know what I mean, life gets tough. I got a question though. Look, are you listening? I don't think they're hearing me, man. I just had to sing to you real quick, you know? Life gets hard, but I'm always gonna be right here. All you gotta do is hit my phone. Always. I'd like to dedicate this to my best friend Gabriel Rivera. Heaven gave another angel in 2006. This is all for
Man. Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that joint was called Tonight, right?
Uh-huh.
KB the Realest. It's crazy because, like, you know, I was trying to get a sense of the feel before I even heard it, and the way you described it was exactly like now that I hear it, it's what I imagined. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly what I imagined, and you know, it's definitely heartfelt, and I think what's gonna make it even more accepted, like people are gonna gravitate towards it because it's not your traditional sad, depressing. You know what I mean? It's kind of got a inspirational feel, like you said. It's got this inspirational feel, and like you know, I mean, obviously suicide is a huge epidemic in the world, and people are not even aware. Like, it's one of the leading causes of death amongst Americans, and you know, it's a topic that needs to be addressed, and not a lot of people are doing it. People are afraid to touch it because it's a hard subject. It's a hard subject to talk about, and it takes courage to even to do it. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that he was, what's his name?
Gabriel.
I'm pretty sure that he Smiling Down, you know what I mean? Because that's definitely a huge record, and I appreciate you dropping it right here on my DJ's radio, man, because you know what I mean, I wouldn't want, you know, I wouldn't have wanted that to be dropped nowhere else, man. And hopefully when you put it out, man, just let me know, cause I'll keep it in rotation. You know what I mean? That way I keep it in rotation. I ain't gonna keep slapping it.
We got some work to do with it.
Yeah,
we got some work to do with it. We ready. Me and Caitlin are working on. We're gonna be doing the video to it.
Dope.
And I already got the script. Everything. It's gonna be a very touching video. Not just, you know. It's gonna be good.
Dope. Well, I definitely appreciate you bringing that through. Hey, from what I heard, man, everything was there, man. Obviously, from the beat to the delivery. I mean, you even had a nice flow to where it was like, you know what I mean? Like it was everything is perfect. That song is perfect. Can't wait till you drop it. You know what I mean? To see what people were, you know. I think putting the video out. You know what I'm saying? The first time people hear that song, obviously, besides the listeners that heard it, yeah, man, just put the video and the song out together. That way, it's like,
Yep, exactly. That's the plan. That's why I'm saying we got some work to do with it still, but it's nonetheless like when it happens, it's gonna happen.
Dope. Well, let me get these last three out. They actually pretty simple. So we got a couple minutes, and then we're gonna be interviewing one of the Billy Knight's artists that went on a promo run with him. But check this out. So the Promo Stalker. Check this out, people. Promo Stalker. If you out there and you're trying to develop personal relationships with DJs and whoever, radio personalities, whatever the case may be, just understand that these people are contacted by thousands of people every day. So it's just kind of creepy when you're trying to, like, you know, be personal with them and all of that. You know, if they develop a personal relationship with you, cool. Or if y'all grew up together, you obviously that's understandable. But, you know, some of these people are grossed out by you trying to be super personal. So just try to, you know, pick your lane and remain professional. And, you know what I mean, you should be all right. You know, all right? Don't send MP3s. That's number 6, all right? Unless you plan on that, obviously, that person spinning your music, obviously you want to send MP3 or whatever they prefer. But as far as when you're checking out music, send a link, because it's easier to click a link to stream than it is to download. You know what I mean? Because half the time I don't want that on my iTunes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even going to lie. Like, I mean, I don't want it on my iTunes. Sometimes I just click play right from the email just to make sure. But yeah, man, send a streaming link. If it's just you email blasting people, send a link to your SoundCloud. Not 16 links, but just one link to it, whether it's YouTube or whatever the case may be. Just send that. You know what I mean? Website, yeah. If you got the website, you in there. Just send the website and you booming. You know what I mean? That's all you really need. Number 7 is a huge one for me, and this is relying too much on social media. Like, in this day and age, obviously a lot of people are so fixated on viral fame. You know, you can probably create
Soulja
a funny
Boy ain't
video
gonna happen
right
again.
now and on 15 seconds do something real funny and get 500,000 views if it's ignorant enough, you know. So a lot of people, you know, like you said, Soulja Boy, Justin Bieber, there's a couple people who changed the game with, you know, becoming famous from YouTube, you know, and a lot of people are trying to take that route, which in result obviously comes where the fake followers, the fake views, and all of that, and it's like, you know, everybody's trying to live that life, but no, you don't do that. I mean, social media is a tool. It's definitely a tool. It's a huge tool that can help you, but it also can harm you. But there's nothing more satisfying than shaking hands and kissing babies. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because when you're out there and you actually shaking hands with people, touching people, actually having an emotional connection with people, you know what I mean, and seeing how they react to your music in person, is no greater feeling than that, you know. And they remember it a long time, because if I hear you and you dope on the internet, the next time I hear another dope artist, I'm going to forget about you, you know what I mean, the person that was before you. But if I see you live and you know what I'm saying, like I said, I seen you at the Artist Appreciation Show. I think it was the first time I ever heard you perform, and I was on the same show, and I was like, I told Hada, I'm like, man, KB kind of killed it, you know what I mean? And I never heard you spit, so I was enticed to want to hear your mixtape based on what I saw.
And I think I was handing them out that same night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying is that made me want to, listen to it. And that's how it goes. You know what I'm saying?
And I don't know if it's mentioned on there, but always have something to hand out, no matter what. I mean, even if you ain't performing and you at a show, I make that a big deal.
Definitely need.
If I don't have something to hand out, I won't go to that show.
I mean, it's pointless because especially if it's what I don't get is when you got when everybody pays for like to open for these big artists or whatever the case, and they pay $350, $450 or whatever, and they have nothing. They just go up there and they perform for 10 minutes and they leave, or they.
Oh, he was cool. What was his name again?
Exactly, like, or they be like, yeah, man, hit me on Snapchat, and that's it. Like, anybody finna hit you on Snapchat, bro. Like, pass out a CD or get a dope clothing line, sticker, whatever the case may be. You know, I mean, people actually, believe it or not, people think you're serious when they do that. When you do that, they're like, oh man, this dude is serious. You know what I mean? And it only costs you $1, $2. You know, for some stickers, you could get 500 for like $10, $20. You know what I mean? It's not that.
Posters, man. You can get 100, 300 posters for like 30, 40, $50.
Yeah, man. And then the last one is this. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Same thing as buying fake followers. It's paying for email blasts, man. Like a lot of record labels or people, like they say they got this huge 50,000 email blast. Now, some of them sincere. Don't get me wrong. There's some people out there that actually have email blasts, but you got to pay attention, you know what I mean, to those type of people and what they're promoting, and not get bamboozled into buying an email blast list and then you're getting some random feedback from people you don't even know. So I appreciate everybody that's tuned in, though. It's about that time, you know what I mean, the time that I hate. KB, I definitely appreciate you coming in for the interview.
No, thank you for having me, man. Appreciate that.
And I'm looking forward to seeing, the new show and obviously working together, man. We can definitely cut up some records and do our co-host thing together for sure. It's definitely a pleasure having you. Obviously, I'm going to see you again. So before we get up out of here, man, you can give a shout-out to anybody you want to give a shout-out to.
Oh.
And then we're going to call it a wrap.
Yeah, all right. Well, shout out to my fans first and foremost. Team KBZ, rocking that diamond, that crown diamond. You guys can check me out on my website at kbtherealest.com. That's THE. We don't spell ghetto around here. We keep it professional. And shout out to my whole 50 Rock family. I see you guys out there. Dope. Will King for listening in.
Oh, yeah,
see you,
definitely, man. Shout out to everybody that's out there tuned in. My DJ's Radio, man. It's the Bullyville radio show. Hey, the only place where you can get some of the dopest intellect along with some of the dopest music at the same time. Until next time, remember, no bullying unless it's on the mic. Ryan Anthony, barely see the beach. Till tomorrow. See y'all later, man. We out.
100.